Come on, everybody! Let's go! Get ready for a summertime adventure from another Sommer-Time Story. This is the story of
The Donkey, the Fox, and the Lion.
Written and told by award-winning author Carl Sommer.
The triplets, Freddy, Fay, and Flip, had lots of fun as a family. Dad and Mom loved their children and taught them how to be good, healthy, and strong. Dad provided meat for the family, and Mom took care of the vegetable garden. Mom liked to give her children meat and vegetables so they would be strong and healthy. Fay and Flip loved Mom's cooking, but Freddy often complained, "I hate eating vegetables." "If you want to grow up and be as fast as Dad," warned Mom, "you need to eat your vegetables." But Freddy did not listen. What did Dad and Mom want their children to be? All right, Emma?
Strong and healthy.
Now, your parents want you to be healthy, but there was one boy of theirs. He didn't want to eat what? Jocelyn?
His vegetables.
Yes, he didn't want to eat his vegetables. Now watch what happens because of Freddy's eating. One night when Dad walked into his room, Freddy had almost eaten a whole box of cookies. "Look at me," Freddy said. "I'm bigger than Flip and Fay, and I don't eat vegetables." "Yes, you're bigger," said Dad, "but not stronger. You're overweight because you eat lots of cookies, cake, and candy. If you keep eating like that, you'll never be strong and healthy." What did Freddy do after his father spoke to him? Okay, Noah?
He kept eating cookies in his room.
Yeah, he kept eating cookies and cake. He didn't listen. And that is a very, very big problem. A lot of boys and girls, they don't listen to their parents. And we're going to see what happens in this story because Freddy doesn't listen. And he was also what? Okay, Isaiah?
He didn't grow up to be strong and healthy.
Yeah, he didn't grow up to be strong and healthy. He was overweight because he ate all that junk food. And there's consequences because of that. Dad and Mom want to be strong and healthy. Let's see what else did they do. "We need to learn how to run fast to get our food and to run from our enemies," Dad warned his children. To help his children run fast, Dad often had races in the forest. Fay and Flip ran fast with Dad. However, Freddy always groaned. "Oh, I'm tired. I want to sit down and rest." But Freddy did not know that what he was doing would one day get him into lots of trouble. Why did Dad have races? Andrew?
So that he could run away from his enemies.
Enemies, they're foxes. These are foxes. And there's other animals that want to eat them in the woods. And so Dad's training them to run fast. What does Freddy do? Kylie?
He finds a spot where he can just sit down because he's tired.
"Yeah, I'm tired. It's too hard. It's too tough. I don't want to." He's a complainer. One day, Mom got a note from school that Freddy was smoking in the restroom. When Dad came home, he asked Freddy, "What happened at school today?" "Honest, Dad, I didn't smoke. My friend was smoking in the restroom. When the teacher came in, he quickly gave me the cigarette to put into the toilet. I didn't smoke." Dad and Freddy went to the school. Dad told the principal what Freddy had said. The principal called in the teacher who had reported him. When the teacher came in, he said, "I went into the restroom and found Freddy and his friend with cigarettes in their hands." "But I wasn't smoking," insisted Freddy. "Then why was there smoke in the restroom and smoke on your breath?" asked the teacher. Freddy looked down and never said a word. "Thank you for letting me know," said Dad. "He will be punished when he gets home." What did Freddy do in school, Deshaun?
He was smoking in the restroom with his friend.
Yeah, he was smoking in the restroom with his friend. Now, I was a high school teacher in New York City, and I know what goes on in some schools, okay? And this is also for older children, so I'm teaching you when you're young so you don't do this when you're older. So he was smoking. And I never forget one day what happened when in this company here, in this studio, this is the same building, and I have a machining company right behind here, all right? And this man came into the shop, and he was telling me he had lung cancer. And shortly after that, he died. And he used to, before I opened up this here company many years ago, I was a foreman and an operations manager, and he was a foreman. I would tell, "What are you smoking? These coffin nails." I call those cigarettes, you know, these white things, coffin nails. Because they're very unhealthy for you. And they smoke them, you know. And I would warn him about it. Don't do that. But, you know, just like boys and girls. But he was an older man. In one ear, out the other. He didn't listen, you know. And I would warn people, even in my company here, I warn them against smoking, try to tell them. But some people, they just don't listen. And what happened, that smoking got into his lungs, and he got lung cancer, and he started his own business, a tool and die shop, and he died. Just from a stupid habit of picking up these things. You wonder why? Don't you have enough sense not to stop it? Oh, but it's so hard. But I'm warning you now, so when you're older, you don't take up these bad habits. Because why a lot of them do that is because they call peer pressure. Because my friend does it, or you're in a group of friends, everybody's smoking, you're going to be the only one? Yes, I'll be the only one. I'm not going to do that, what's unhealthy for my body. I'm not going to follow everybody else because they're doing it. And that's what you call peer pressure. And so we got to learn to stand up and say, no, I'm going to do what's right. I'm going to eat healthy. I want to be strong and healthy. I'm not going to do anything that's bad that's going to hurt me. And your parents will tell you this. But you know, my friends, again, that word, all my friends are doing it. Yeah, if you got bad friends, they might be doing it. But you have to learn to say, no, I'm not going to do just because my friends are doing it. I'm going to do what's right. That night, Dad said to his children, "I've warned you many times that smoking is bad for your health. Often children who begin smoking end up drinking, taking drugs, and doing other things that harm their bodies." Mom added, "Some of those children will suffer their whole lives because of the foolish things they did when they were young." But Freddy did not listen. What did the parents tell Freddy and their children? Yes, Claire?
He told them not to smoke because it's really bad and it could lead them to other bad stuff like drugs.
Very good. In other words, smoking is just, once you start that, it's easy to go into marijuana and then other drugs. And there's some children, they'll suffer their whole life because they did those kind of things. And a lot of times they do it because their friends do it. Now, if your parents protect you, you ought to be very thankful. And you hang around with children who don't do those things, if you're smart. And that's what peer pressure does. And you see some of them. And you ever go in the highways and you see people begging? You know, you see these men unshaven and all, some are very thin and very unhealthy looking. And you know what? They were once just like you, little boys and girls. But they didn't listen. Some of them are drug addicts and some are drinking all the time. They're alcoholics. And they were just like you, but they got into the wrong friends and they followed the wrong crowd. And now they have a very, very miserable life because, just like Freddy, they didn't listen to their parents. The next day, Dad said to Mom, "Let's take the children to the park." When they got to the park, Flip and Faye yelled, "Let's play on the swings!" Off they ran to the swings. As they walked to find a bench to sit on, Mom asked Freddy, "Why do you hang around with a friend who smokes?" All my friends smoke. What? Exclaimed Dad. How many times have I warned you to pick good friends? Good friends will help you. Bad friends will lead you into trouble. The friends you pick often show what you will become, warned Mom. But Freddy never said a word. What did Mom tell Freddy about friends? Okay, Andrew?
That the friends you pick will often show what you'll become.
The friends you pick will often show you what you will become. Solution? Pick good friends. Be smart. When the children sat down, Dad said, "Look around and tell me what you see." "I see kids playing and others are standing around and smoking," said Faye. "Some of the kids are drinking beer," added Flip. "And Freddy, what do you see?" asked Mom. Freddy was mad. He knew that Dad and Mom were trying to teach him about choosing good friends. "I see kids having lots of fun," he grumbled. "That's the problem," said Dad. "Yes, they're having fun now, but some will become drug addicts and alcoholics because of what they are now doing. We want you to choose good friends so you'll have a successful life." What was Dad's objective in teaching Freddy and his children? All right, Juliet?
They wanted their children's life to be successful.
Yes. They want not only to be healthy and strong, but they want to be successful. Because if you got the wrong friends, they could lead you down a path that will lead you to failure. So Dad wants them to be successful in life. But unfortunately, some boys and girls just don't listen. And there's an old saying, some children only learn from the school of hard knocks. They got to be hit over the head and with trouble, and then maybe then they'll listen. But a wise boy and a wise girl will listen to sound advice. The next day, Mac, the leader of a gang, asked Freddy, "How about joining our gang?" "I'd love to," said Freddy as he turned his cap around to look like the other gang members. When he came home, he bragged to Flip and Faye. "Mac picked me to be one of his friends." "Mac is the leader of the gang," said Faye. "You know what Dad said about joining gangs." "I'm not going to do anything bad," said Freddy. 2 weeks later, Mac asked Freddy, "Would you go with me? I'd love to get some meat to eat." "Sure," exclaimed Freddy. Freddy felt it was a great honor that only he was picked out of all the gang members. What did Mac, the gang leader, want Freddy to do? Olivia?
To go help him get some meat.
Yeah, come with me and get some meat. Now here's the gang leader. He's the leader of the gang. And he asked Freddy. I think, oh, this is great. But we're going to find out in this story what really happened, why the leader picked Freddy. Max said to Freddy, "Yesterday, I met a donkey on the other side of the hill. I asked him, 'How's it going?' 'All I get to eat is dried hay,' complained the donkey. 'What did you say?' asked Freddy. 'I told the donkey that we have lots of green grass where we live.' When the donkey heard that, he let out a loud groan. 'Oh, how I wish I could eat that green grass, but I can't go over the hill. There's a big lion that lives there and he'll attack me.' 'But how can we get that donkey?' asked Freddy. 'I asked the donkey, if I find a secret way for you to get to the green grass where you can be sure the lion will not catch you, would you go?' 'I'd leave right away,' the donkey exclaimed. Freddy scratched his head and said, 'I still don't understand.' 'We'll go to the lion and say, if we help you get a donkey, will you give us one of his legs?' 'Lions eat foxes too,' said Freddy. 'But we're so little compared to a donkey. If we get him a big donkey, I'm sure he'll give us a leg.' 'Let's go,' said Freddy. I'd love to have a donkey feast. Early the next day, they went to visit the lion. When they came to his den, they hid behind a bush to make sure the lion would not see them. Mac yelled, "Hello, Mr. Lion. We have a great deal for you." "What's the deal?" roared the lion. "We'll promise you a donkey if you give us a leg," yelled Mac. "I'd love to eat a donkey," said the lion. "It's a deal." Freddy and Mac went to the lion. "Tomorrow go down to the hill by the big rock," said Mac. "When you see us walk by the rock, let out a loud roar. We'll tell the donkey to jump into the pit that's by the rock. Then you can get the donkey and give us a leg." "It's a deal," said the lion. Who does Mac go to now? Yes, Jocelyn?
The lion.
He goes to the lion, and he's making a deal with the lion. Now, they're scared before lions eat foxes too, So they're a little scared, But he says, "I'll make a deal with you. Okay, what's the deal?" And let's see what happens now. Early the next morning, Freddy and Mac went to the donkey. "Are you ready to eat the rich green grass?" asked Mac. "Let's go," exclaimed the happy donkey. "Just follow me along my secret way. You can trust us. There'll be no lion." Now notice what Mac is doing here. All right, Kylie?
He tells him that he's going to give him a place with nice green grass to eat.
Yes, listen, I want to give you nice green grass to eat. Nice eat this great, this hay, this dry hay all the time. And he's afraid to go with his green grass because of a lion. And I said, "Listen, you follow me. I'll get you the green grass." "You will? You'll give me green grass? Oh, I would just love to eat green grass." And that's why a lot of times, and he's lying. Mac is lying to the donkey. He's not interested in giving that donkey green grass. He wants to get him killed because he wants to eat part of that donkey. And that's what some people do. They lie. They'll tell you, "Oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this." And he's lying to that donkey. And the donkey's falling for it. As they walked, the donkey said, "This is wonderful. Today I'll eat rich green grass. Thank you so much. You're such a good friend." As Freddy walked along, he boasted, "This is great. Out of all the gang members, Mac only picked me." However, Freddy did not know that Mac chose him because he was the slowest runner. Mac said to himself, "In case the lion changes his mind and chases me, I know I can easily outrun Slowpoke Freddy. Then the lion will go after Freddy, and I'll be safe." How did the donkey feel? Noah?
He felt like it was great that he's going to eat green, rich grass.
The donkey is very happy. How does Freddy feel? Hi, Mercy?
He feels very happy that he was chosen.
What was the real reason why Freddy was chosen?
Mac wanted to outrun Freddy and wanted the lion to eat Freddy.
Yes, the real reason, because it was a slowpoke. He was overweight. He was slow. He couldn't run. And Mac was a fast runner, so in case the lion changes his mind, Mac would run fast, and you go after the slowest runner because that'd be the easiest target to get, and he would eat up Freddy. So that was the real reason, but not Freddy. "Oh boy, you picked me. Oh, I'm so happy." Yeah, that was not the real reason. When they got close to the rock, suddenly there was a loud roar. "Quick!" shouted Mac to the donkey. "That's a lion! Jump into the pit! We'll get you out later!" Quickly, the scared donkey jumped into the pit. "Great!" shouted Mac. "Everything worked just as I had planned." When the lion came to the pit, Mac stuck out his chest and boasted, "There's the donkey we promised. Now give us a leg." When the lion saw the donkey in the pit, he said, "This is good. I see the donkey can't get out of the pit." When Freddy and Mac heard that, They knew the lion was going to eat them first. They dashed away as fast as they could. Seeing that Freddy was the slowest, the lion ran after him. "Oh," groaned Freddy as he dashed away. "How I wish I had listened to Dad so I could run faster." When the lion saw that the donkey was in the pit, what did the lion decide to do? Kylie?
He decided that since the donkey was stuck in the pit, that he could go after the foxes first.
"Yeah, well, I got the donkey already. I don't have to share a leg. I'll chase the foxes." And so the foxes, Freddy and Mac, they take off running. And what does Freddy say as he's running away? Hi, Claire?
I wish I would have listened to Dad.
"Oh, I wish I would have listened." But you can't change it. How much smarter would it have been when he was at home, he would have listened. That's what I'm trying to teach you, boys and girls, to learn to listen to your parents. There's no one that loves you more than your parents. Like, "Oh, I wish. And how many people when they're older, "I only wish, but it's too late. You can't go backwards. You can't go backwards in time. So if you're smart, you do the right thing. Just as the lion was about to get Freddy, he saw a deep hole. He quickly jumped into the hole. Freddy was scared. Then he remembered what Dad had warned him over and over again. You need to eat right and learn to run fast so you can get away from your enemies. When the lion could not get Freddy, he turned around and searched for Mac. But the lion could not find him. Meanwhile, Mac raced home. When Mac got back to his friends, he boasted, I was so fast that even the big lion could not get me, but he did get Slowpoke Freddy. After the lion was gone, Freddy climbed out of the hole. On the way home, he met a friend who told him what Mac had said about him being a slowpoke. Freddy was furious. How stupid of me! When Freddy saw Dad and Mom, he gave them a big hug and said, I'm so sorry for not listening. From that day on, Freddy ate right, exercised, studied hard, and picked good friends. He finally discovered that it's always best to listen to Dad and Mom, even when you think they are wrong.
And now, an award-winning song from Character Kids.